At the beginning, motivation feels powerful. You suddenly feel ready to change your entire life. You create big plans, huge goals, and endless excitement. For a moment, it feels unstoppable. But motivation is emotional energy, and emotions were never designed to stay forever. Slowly, the excitement fades, and suddenly everything feels heavier than before. That's when most people quit. Not because they're lazy, but because motivation disappeared. They wait to feel ready again, but that feeling becomes weaker every time. Meanwhile, disciplined people look different. They don't rely on excitement to take action. They make things smaller, simpler, and easier to repeat. Because consistency survives after motivation dies. Eventually, action becomes automatic, not emotional, not dramatic, just part of life. Motivation will always disappear, but systems and discipline are what keep people moving forward. Motivation feels powerful because it creates emotional highs, but emotional highs always come back down. That's why motivational content feels exciting at first. It gives temporary energy, not permanent change, and when the feeling disappears, most people lose direction because they built action on emotion instead of structure. Big goals can look inspiring, but they also make the brain feel overwhelmed and afraid. Everything changes when the goal becomes smaller. Small actions feel easier to repeat consistently. That's how real discipline is built. Not through intensity, but through repetition. Emotionally strong people are not always motivated. They simply keep going even when emotions change. Eventually, routine becomes more reliable than feelings, and progress starts feeling stable instead of emotional. Then one day, you stop chasing motivation completely, because you finally trust your systems instead. Motivation can start the journey, but only discipline can carry you to the end. Real growth usually looks boring at first, not exciting, not dramatic, just repeated small actions. The strongest people are not controlled by emotions anymore. They act even when motivation feels low. That's why repetition becomes powerful. Small actions repeated daily slowly change your identity. Motivation creates noise. Discipline creates results. Consistency may feel small in the moment, but over time, it builds an entirely different life. One day, you look back and realize something important. You didn't need more motivation. You needed better systems. Emotions will always change like weather, but routines keep people moving through every season. And once you learn this, you stop chasing excitement. You start protecting consistency instead. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary results. Not through giant bursts of energy, but through steady movement. Motivation will always disappear eventually, but discipline is what stays after the feeling is gone.